Thanksgiving 2024, and I'm cooking some pumpkin. Well, I've already cooked it. Now I'll let it cool down and I'll be able to flip it out and take out all the seeds. So it'll probably take a couple hours to cool down. Pumpkin roll is coming for the week. Okay, so my brining recipe came from recipe10eats.com. Recipe TINEATS.com. And I didn't use all their stuff. Oh, the author is Naji. So I didn't use all I did was I put the 2 quarts of water, the 1/3 cup of salt in here. Then I used 2 tablespoons of dried onion and 2 tablespoons of dried garlic. And I had a 4-pound chicken. And the reason Mike and I are not big, we like to try things first before we start adding stuff into them. So Now it's been in there since 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So that'd be 12 and then 8. So it's been there for 20 hours. So you're supposed to be 12 to 24 hours. So it is looking good. Now we're supposed to take it out of the brine. Oh, there we go. You have to figure out how you're going to drain him. There we go. Stick him over here. And it says pat it dry. Turn his little wings underneath. They don't want to do that, so fine.
Great. Well, where does this big ass?
Oh, just leave it sit over there for right now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so this is all done. Patting it dry. I didn't want to use paper towels because I didn't want paper towel being stuck to my chicken. Now it says to, I'm not sprinkling any pepper over it, and I'm not sprinkling any salt. And set aside for 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put butter on it. And I'm going to put, I found a recipe in my Southern Cooking Cookbook with basil, oregano, and thyme. I don't have fresh, I have dried. So when I get that all situated, I'll be back. Okay, so what I did was, I had 1/4 cup of butter. I melted. I put in 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of basil. And then it says you're supposed to pour this all over the chicken. Don't forget to get in the cavity. All right. There. I didn't put any more salt on it. I put a sweet potato in here, put some avocado oil on it, and I put it with some salt. And other than that, the buns are rising, and we're just gonna put this in the oven and start cooking it. It said that you're supposed to cook it for at 350 for 50 minutes to an hour. However, I know chickens, and that thing's going to cook for probably 2 hours. Because that's what the Southern Cookbook said to do, 2 hours. Okay, first dishwasher of the day is all primed and ready to start. So when I'll be back when I'm ready for my bread rolls. Pumpkin yeast rolls. I can't hardly wait. They always say to never try new recipes on a holiday. I say poo, poo, poo. Let's go for it. So, I wanted a dinner roll, and I wanted a pumpkin muffin. And then an idea popped in my head. It's like, do you think people have made pumpkin dinner rolls. Yes, they have. I don't know who I got this from. They didn't put their name on it. Oh, Trish at Mom on Timeout, I believe that was the author of this recipe. So, thank you, Trish. We'll see how it goes. So first off, she's using rapid rise instant yeast. I use active. So you have to understand the difference between those two, and then you'll be fine. So first up, she said 4.5 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I believe is 2 packets of instant or yeast. Okay, got that in there. And then there's also a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. She doesn't say whether you should pack it or not. Rule of thumb is you always pack brown sugar. So dump that in there, in the yeast. Oh, that's nice. Warmed milk, cup of milk I warmed up, and then I put an egg in it because she called, or butter. I put butter in it. So, put a little bit of milk and warmed milk and butter in this guy. Just to get the yeast warmed up and active. And here's my 1 egg and 1 cup of pumpkin puree. Now I make my own pumpkin puree. Get that in here and squish down. Sometimes when you do it, if you cook it, if you boil your pumpkin, it's going to be liquidy. If you bake your pumpkin with the skin on and the seeds still in it, it doesn't tend to be as liquid. But more liquid in your dough can be a problem. So be careful when using your own puree. You can use store-bought, but I like to buy my pumpkin whole and pop the top myself. So I'm just going to stir the milk, the egg, and the pumpkin together while my yeast gets started. I think I'm going to add into here my tried and true pumpkin spice. And one pumpkin I did, I'm going to have enough to do my pumpkin roll yet and freeze some for later on for pumpkin muffins. So I think that's pretty cool. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Some more hairs all over this apron. Stir that in here. I'm just trying to get stuff prepped a little bit while the yeast is warming up. I've already got my 5 cups of flour sitting over there, close to the KitchenAid stand. Now it's only 10 minutes till 10. So this takes about 2 hours, they said. What with the getting everything together and mixing it all together. All right. Probably have 2 loads of dishes today. think we're just about ready. So to go with this recipe, we're also going to be cooking a brined chicken. I've never done a brined chicken before, but today we're going to do it. Get this all set up here so y'all can see what's going on. This butter's next. Set that right there. So in here we've got, oh, it said 5.5 cups of flour. Well, I got 5 cups. So I've got the flour, the yeast, the sugar, the salt, the milk, the pumpkin pie spice, 5 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 egg at room temperature, and then I've got other butter for brushing on top. Butter. Yep, all right. Then I think we're just about ready. The yeast mixture is looking fabulous. It has some growth growing on. Wow, that's pretty good looking. Sit that there. So I was going to do just regular dinner rolls today, and then I was not wanting to do them. I wanted pumpkin muffins. That's what led me to the pumpkin dinner rolls. And we're going over to my sister's on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we'll make dinner rolls and a pumpkin roll tomorrow.
All we gotta do is
I think.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully it all works out.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah. So with all that being said, here is what the yeast mixture looks like. It's growing really nice in there. So it's good to go. So we're going to then pour the rest of this in there. Oh, hang on. I have spotted a hair. Get that out. If you got long hair, you need to learn to tie it back when you're cooking. I saw a thing on YouTube Shorts or something the other day. Kitchen mistakes. And I saw this one girl, kid you not, she had long hair. She started leaning into where the mixer was at. This thing will take your hair and rip it out. So that's why you always see me with my hair up and out of my face.
Yep.
So we need 3 cups of this to start.
I'll close all this up.
Yep. And that's another reason for I don't have painted fingernails or long fingernails. But you have painted fingernails, how do you know they're clean underneath? And you're touching food and stuff. I mean, it's your food. You can do whatever you want. But these are just some of the things that, common sense. Have your hair up before you go in the kitchen, especially if it's long. If you got short hair, it's no big deal. But if your hair, if you can lean, if I can lean in like this, and my hair can touch this bowl, it can get wrapped around that guy right there fast. So that's all I'm saying. Wow. It's looking good. Smells good. Now I'm going to put the other 2 cups of flour in here. So for Thanksgiving, I was going to do a big, huge thing for me and Mike, so we could eat for days on it. But I think I've tempered it back to where we're having the brine chicken, and I'll bake off a sweet potato, and we'll have a vegetable. And that's really about it. Nothing too crazy. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on in.
Right there and right there. Yeah. This goes right here.
Yeah,
And then these.
right there.
Yep.
Yep. And then if you have time, could you spray this container, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
See if it's.
Because you said it was just about going to be out. Oh man, smells delicious. Okay. Pumpkin and then pumpkin pie spice. But of course I make up my own. I have all my herbs and stuff ready to go. That's a beautiful dough. Okay, we're already down to step 6. Could put in another half cup of flour, but I'm going to just turn this up and see what it does. This is looking good. It's a sticky dough. I think I'm going to get me just a little bit more flour. Let's see. Send it here. Oh, flour glass. So I'm putting in a tablespoon at a time extra. So 4 tablespoons equals a quarter of a cup. 16 tablespoons, 16 of these guys, 16 tablespoons, not a spoon out of your drawer, equal 1 cup. This is a tablespoon. There's 3. That's looking nice. You can get that white paper towel there. I think I'm all done soaking up my spillage. Yeah. There's 4. So it's a little sticky, not bad sticky. I think I'm just going to take it out. So I put in 5 1/4 cups of flour. I don't want it to get too heavy and then not have a good dinner roll. Alright. Dump it down in here. Turn it over. All right, there she goes. We're at 1 quart, oh, maybe a little bit over. So when it gets up to a little over 2 quarts, we'll call it ready.
Ready or ready?
Ready. And we'll be back when we're ready to do the rolls.
3 1/4.
I think it's just right. Yeah. I sat down to take a break.
Okay.
And, no, you're fine.
Okay.
I sat down to take a break and read my Bible a little bit. And the pumpkin dinner rolls have risen. Oh, yeah. So, the recipe said that this makes 24.
Guess what?
What?
There's white stuff.
It's snowing!
Right here in front of my eyes with that big old tree right in front of us. Oh, man. Yep. Shit. Boy, it's even stopping on that little patio.
Oh, how nice!
Oh, man. Look at this. Woo! Woo! Yeah.
I think Mike is excited, folks.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Oh, I got that over there. Hey, can you come over here and turn this? My hand's full of grease.
Oh, okay. Where do you want it?
Facing this way. It was facing your way. No. Turn this right here. This right here? Yeah, just turn it.
Okay.
Yeah, and now pivot it down.
Pivot down?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, from the top. There you go. A little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Is that good?
Yeah. Okay, folks, this dough is absolutely divine. All right, now, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 17. There's 18. 19. Let's try 20. All right. I have my big dish. So I'm squishing the ends all. See if I can get a spot here to, there we go. Oh, that's a big one. But you just put your hand down, or you can't see that. That's too hot over there. There we go. So you get your dinner roll. It's all cut up. It's all funky. I mean, if you want square dinner rolls, that's fine. Nobody says it has to be round. If you want weird shapes, that's fine. Anyways, you put your dinner roll down, you put your hand over it, and you're just doing that, and it's beautiful. Oh, this dough is lovely. I'm glad I only put in 5 1/4 cups of flour. Huh. So then I'm going to make up some honey butter. Oh my gosh, Michael, these cinnamon rolls, you know what would really be good is to make this dough and then do the cinnamon roll inside of it, you know, and roll it up.
Yeah.
And make cinnamon rolls out of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time is it?
10:56.
11 o'clock. So our chicken's been in there for an hour. I mean, not an hour, half an hour. I have a little piece here. There's 12. And I think I gotta let these rise again. Yep. About 45 minutes. Then when you get really good, you can do 2 of them at a time. It's good to have a textured board too. And then I don't even put them ends down, I just circle it. Perfect. Wow. Got 5 left. You gotta try this. This recipe is just perfect. Just perfect. Now, it called for putting these in a 9 by 13. It called for putting these in a 9 by 13. I have 20 here. And I would not put them in a 9 by 13. I think it would be too squished. Which, if you like the squished stuff, it's good. But this right here would be 15. That would fit in a 9 by 13. And then this would fit in an 8 by 8. But I think this is going to be good. These guys are going to rise up nice. We're going to put a towel over them. Nope. Okay. Get rid of this. I'm going to sit them right there on the table. Hey, you didn't start the dishwasher.
Oh, no, I didn't because I think it's ready.
Yeah, it's ready.
Okay.
Guess what?
Okay.
All right, as you can see, these have risen nicely and been put together. This here's a big one. I could have maybe split him down a little bit. There's a little guy and there's a little guy. But other than that, I think it's looking pretty good. They've grown together and they'll grow together even more in the oven when I stick them in there. And I think it said 15 or 12 to 15 minutes at 375. Well, I'm not doing 375, I'm doing 350. So it'll probably be 15 to 20 minutes. This is why people need to invest in a thermometer. All right, I'll come back when it's done cooking. Oh boy, the picture is not really, these are beautiful golden brown. I topped them with butter. Can't hardly wait, but this is the end of the pumpkin dinner roll recipe. We'll see how it tastes.